Ganges were to give the gift of Dharma, would he on account of that beget much merit? Subhuti. He would, O Lord. The path is weakly medium. The Lord. Greater would be the merit which a son or daughter of good family would beget if, having stood in this deep perfection of wisdom as it has been explained, they would give the gift of Dharma for one single day only. And why? Because the bodhisattva who lacks perfect wisdom also lacks the knowledge of all modes. The bodhisattva who does not lack perfect wisdom also does not lack the knowledge of all modes. Therefore, then, should a bodhisattva who wants to fully know the supreme enlightenment become one who is not lacking in perfect wisdom? The discrimination is moderately medium. What do you think, Subhuti, if, lacking in perfect wisdom, a bodhisattva would for eons countless like the sands of the Ganges make endeavors about the four applications of mindfulness, too? About all the concentrations, what do you think, Subhuti, would he on account of that beget much merit? Subhuti. He would, O Lord. The path is moderately medium. The Lord. Greater is the merit which a son or daughter of good family beget if they make endeavors for one single day only in this deep perfection of wisdom as it has been explained in the four applications of mindfulness, too. In the 18 special Buddha dharmas. And why? It is impossible, it cannot be that a bodhisattva who is not lacking in perfect wisdom should turn away from the knowledge of all modes. That is quite impossible. But it could be that a bodhisattva who is lacking in perfect wisdom might turn away from the knowledge of all modes. Therefore, then, should the bodhisattva become one who is not lacking in perfect wisdom. The discrimination is weakly medium. What do you think, Subhuti? If, lacking in perfect wisdom, a bodhisattva would for eons countless like the sands of the Ganges dedicate those material gifts, that gift of Dharma and those attentions associated with meditative seclusion to the supreme enlightenment, would he on account of that beget much merit? Subhuti. He would, O Lord. The path is strongly medium. The Lord. Greater would be the merit which a son or daughter of good family beget if, having stood in this deep perfection of wisdom, they dedicate for one single day only to the supreme enlightenment those material gifts, the gifts of Dharma and those attentions associated with meditative seclusion. And why? For this dedication in the spirit of the perfection of wisdom is the best of all rejoicings and dedications. Therefore, then, a bodhisattva who wants to fully know the supreme enlightenment should become one who is skilled in the dedication in the spirit of the perfection of wisdom. The discrimination is fairly weak. What do you think, Subhuti? If, lacking in perfect wisdom, a bodhisattva would for eons countless like the sands of the Ganges dedicate to the supreme enlightenment all the wholesome roots of the past, future, and present Buddhas and Lords, as well as those of their congregations of disciples, would he on account of that beget much merit? Subhuti. He would, O Lord. The path is fairly strong. The Lord. Greater would be the merit which a son or daughter of good family beget, if, having stood in this deep perfection of wisdom as it has been explained, they would dedicate to the supreme enlightenment the root of merit produced during one single day. And why? Because all his dedicating will be guided by the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, then, should a bodhisattva who wants to fully know the supreme enlightenment become skillful in the dedication in the spirit of the perfection of wisdom. The discrimination is moderately weak. Subhuti. How can that son or daughter of good family beget a greater merit, since the Lord has described all karmic accumulation as mere imagination? For without karmic accumulation one cannot produce right views, or enter on the right way of salvation, or gain the fruit of a streamwinner, to fully know the supreme enlightenment. The path is medium strong. The Lord. So it is, Subhuti, so it is. Without karmic accumulation it is not possible to produce right views, or to enter on the right way to salvation, or to gain the fruit of a stream winner, too. To fully know the supreme enlightenment. But also that gift of a bodhisattva who courses in perfect wisdom is without karmic accumulation, because it has been declared to be just empty, null, vain, and insubstantial. And why? Because the bodhisattva is well trained in all the kinds of emptiness. The discrimination is very weak. To the extent that a bodhisattva, having stood in these emptinesses, goes on contemplating all karma formations in this manner, to that extent he becomes one who does not lack perfect wisdom. The path is very strong. And to the extent that the bodhisattva does not lack in perfect wisdom, to that extent he begets an incalculable, immeasurable, and measureless merit. The mark of enlightenment. The implications of incalculable. Subhuti. What is the distinction and difference between the incalculable, the immeasurable, and the measureless? The Lord. Incalculable is that which has no number, or that to which calculation does not apply. Immeasurable is that of which no measure can be apprehended in past, future, or present dharmas. Measureless is that which one cannot measure. Subhuti. Would there be a reason to assume that the skandhas are incalculable, immeasurable, and measureless? The Lord. Yes, there would be. The mark of the own being of incalculable. Subhuti. In what manner are the skandhas incalculable? The Lord. They are empty, and therefore incalculable. Subhuti. Are only the skandhas empty or also all dharmas? The Lord. What do you think, Subhuti? Have I not declared all dharmas to be empty? Subhuti. As empty, O Lord, have all dharmas been described by the Tathagatas. And they that are empty and inextinguishable, they are also incalculable, immeasurable, and measureless. Of emptiness no number is got at, nor measure, nor limitation. One raises the problem and explains these terms as outpourings of the Tathagata's compassion. Therefore, then, no distinction can be apprehended between these dharmas by way of their meaning or method. The Lord. So it is, Subhuti. As inexpressible has this been talked about by the Tathagata. And exposition of the outpourings of demonstration are the words used by the Tathagata. Inextinguishable, incalculable, immeasurable, measureless, empty, signless, wishless, unaffected, non-production, dispassion, stopping, and nirvana. The problem raised by the absence of growth and diminution in an inexpressible entity. Subhuti. It is wonderful to see the extent to which the Tathagata has demonstrated the true nature of all these dharmas, although that dharmahood is inexpressible. As I understand the meaning of the Lord's teaching, all dharmas cannot be talked about in any proper sense. The Lord. So it is, Subhuti. All dharmas are inexpressible. The inexpressibility of all dharmas is their emptiness. And emptiness cannot be expressed in words. Subhuti. Can an inexpressible object have growth or diminution? The Lord. No, Subhuti. Subhuti. But if there is no growth or diminution of an inexpressible object, then there can be no growth or diminution of the six perfections, too. Of the Buddha Dharmas. The non-existence of the six perfections, too. Of the Buddha Dharmas. Will be a fact. Because of the non-existence of these dharmas also. The non-existence of the knowledge of all modes will be a fact, and because of the non-existence of the knowledge of all modes, who could fully know the supreme enlightenment? Its solution. The Lord. So it is, Subhuti, so it is. There is no growth or diminution of an inexpressible object. But it does not occur to the Bodhisattva, the great being, who courses in the perfection of wisdom, develops it, makes efforts about it, and is skilled in means that I grow in perfect wisdom. I grow in perfect vigor. On the contrary, it occurs to him, a mere designation is that, this perfection of giving, when he courses in the perfection of giving, too. In the perfection of wisdom, he dedicates those attributes, those productions of thought, and those wholesome roots to the utmost, right, and perfect enlightenment. And he dedicates so as to conform to that which the utmost, right, and perfect enlightenment actually is. The mark of enlightenment, Subhuti, and what again is this enlightenment? Utmost, right, and perfect the Lord, it is the suchness of all dharmas.